staying shut will force them out of the community. They will have to relocate to find a way to care for their families.
As you guys probably see it yourself, that's not good optics, man. They even said it. Our news media is pretty cream puff over here, but even they gotta kind of cringeworthy, man. Come on, Josh. You knew they were coming. And they were even led by a council member from their district. So that's not just a bunch of random people from the community. They're being led by a duly elected official from our county council. So that's a contingent that's being even spearheaded by a fellow politician. So, brother, I mean, I voted for you. And, you know, I've been trying to defend you, but, brah, that was a bad look yesterday. He was what? He's out running errands?
Maui Judge Green is acting on his own without listening to the people of Lahaina. I don't know if this man is actually heartless or what exactly. I don't get it. But this is a quick update pertaining to what is going on. Owners at large Maui hotel Condo says they are being forced to evict wildfires evacuees. You saw at the beginning where he said it clear that we will force them out. The state is investigating one of the largest hotel condominium in West Maui after some owners allege they were being forced to evict wildfire evacuees. The conflict comes as the area prepares to welcome visitors back starting Sunday. I don't know if you have seen this. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that, and if possible, why not share out this video?
While the ashes may have settled, our hearts still ache. Visitors coming to Lahaina is adding insult to injury.
Dozens of Lahaina fire victims showed up to the state capitol to deliver a petition signed by more than 14,000 Maui residents, urging the governor to delay the reopening of West Maui tourism.
Our grief is still too fresh and our losses too profound. We have always prided ourselves in that aloha spirit, right? Welcoming visitors with open arms. But right now, our arms are wrapped firmly around our families and the little bit of hope we have left.
Thousands of residents are still displaced as visitors make their way to the island.
Majority of people that I speak to, myself included, still cannot sleep through the night.
Will have to relocate to find a way to care for their families.
Green says he's working on a plan to give $100 million in grants to displaced families, many of whom need to make a living and are ready to reopen.
And I respect those who are protesting. I care deeply about them. I love the people of Maui. But I can't stand by as governor and watch everything collapse.
Kristen Concilio, KITV4, Island News.
All new tonight, the state is investigating one of the largest hotel condominiums that's housing Maui fire evacuees.
H&N Investigates has learned some condo owners say they're being forced to evict fire victims as West Maui prepares to reopen.
The Honuakai Condominium Association is a hotel condo in Ka'anapali with 700 units. More than half are filled with fire evacuees. In late September, Honuakai sent this letter saying more than 1,400 people have been sheltered there with the aid of the American Red Cross. But some owners say that letter is now forcing them to evict fire evacuees.
I'm certainly not going to kick them out.
The letter says owners should be in compliance with provisions, including, quote, managing the termination of Red Cross leases within the 60-day limit.
I have to terminate the current arrangement that I have with Red Cross, and so that it doesn't exceed 60 days, and then have that person leave the property. So 60 days for me would be sometime in middle October.
Seattle resident Carl Hu has owned a unit at Honuakai for 13 years and has a fire evacuee living there. He says the October 8th tourism reopening has pit owners who are getting reimbursed by FEMA like himself against owners who are not and don't want evacuees living there.
This is not actually a good idea. This is not a time for Judge Green to be behaving like this. I understand how politicians act. They want to show the world that everything is fine. We have solved the issue, the residents are okay, and that will be all. You will not receive aid from anybody. You will have to fight for yourself. That is just a message they are passing. Because if you see him insisting at this level, it is obvious they don't want people to stay like that. They don't want to spend money again. They want you to start up life, start hustling like before. It saddens my heart to actually see this happening.
Hello, everyone. Today is day 56 since the Maui fire. That's a significant amount of time. It's 8 weeks. And as you know, we're planning to open up gradually in a phased way starting on October 8th. In truth, there are already people. They're beginning to go back to work slowly. It's going to be very gentle, and we're going to make sure we're sensitive, which is why my departments are all working with Hawaiian Airlines, with our trauma-informed individuals, with CNHA, to make sure everything's calm. But there are people who are giving me, and I respect this, a petition with a lot of signatures, 9,000, 10,000 signatures. That number means something to me. It means that people care about their loved ones in the community, as do I. And
politicians. Some people say it is important for visitors to return back so they can have help, since nobody is actually helping them. But when you take a look at the residents and how they are being coordinated, you will realize they are not comfortable with the idea of tourists resuming back. Some say it's just for his benefit. When you take a look at this article, the state is investigating one of the largest hotel condominiums in West Maui after some owners allege they were being forced to evict Wi-Fi evacuees. The conflict comes as the area prepared to welcome visitors back starting Sunday. The Hanoa Car Condominium Association has 700 units, more than half of which are filled with fire evacuees. Average room rate from $400 to thousands of dollars per night. In late September, Hawaiian sent a letter to owners saying over 1,400 people have been sheltered there with the aid of the Red Cross, including property employees and first responders. But some owners says that same letter informed them they have to evict Wi-Fi evacuees by the end of October. Now they are worried about being sued if they don't comply. I'm certainly not going to kick them out, said Karahu, an owner who lives in Setai, who has been an owner of Hawaii Cave 13. He said based on the letter, he will have to terminate the agreement with the current evacuee in mid-October. He added that the October 8 tourism reopening in West Maui has pitted owners who are getting reimbursed by FEMA.
Aloha from Maui. On Kauai to get private tests on water and land because nobody in our government will help us.